Topuria.
Boom!
Whatever that shit you be doing.
I thought it was fucking Chi Wee Wee.
Monday morning.
Monday morning.
After a big pay-per-view. A lot of people cried this weekend, probably.
Changing of the guards, brother. It is. Would you say it's a new era?
It's always a new era.
Always a new era?
Yeah.
How long do you think UFC eras last?
I mean, with
What's a good run?
Max on a 10-year run, and he's still in it. He just lost it to Topuria, you know. But I think you have like a 5-year window of like your absolute peak, maybe more actually.
Of like that was the time.
Yeah. Because then like, not saying you won't be in the UFC anymore or you weren't like before that, but of like being at your absolute best, like redlining it from like maybe like 30 to like 37, like somewhere in that time frame.
Yeah.
Because if you look at most champions, they're in their like mid 30s. Because I feel like that's where your strength, your wisdom, and all your skills like really start to like peak, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, it was. Let's start. I was training Saturday morning, so I missed the first fight. But
I'm gonna speak on it.
I heard that it was a.
I was sleeping.
It was a
robbery.
It was clear who won. All right, like because I am trying to get away from saying robbery. Very close
strikes aren't like crazy though. Like Leo, is that how you say his name? Carlos Leo.
Damage, significant.
He had
strikes.
146. Renat had 119. Significant strikes. Renat had 109.
Takedown defenses on
He
there?
had 107. Renat had 2 takedowns.
But how many?
Leo had 1.
How many takedowns did Renat
2
go
out
for?
of 19.
Come on, brother. Dude had a game plan. Whatever he was doing, it was working. And I'm just gonna say it, man. Fighting over there, it is a tough victory. But as I said, it's no difference between fighting somebody else in their homeland. But yeah, there is a swing.
You know, if you fight someone from Philly in their back, you better beat them, you know? Because there's going to be biased judges. There's going to be, the crowd's going to be, like, I could land like this.
And brother,
and
if you pull up those scorecards, somebody had it 30-27.
That's wild.
That's wild,
I
bro.
didn't see it, but I've heard that's wild.
It's wild. 30-27. So, yeah, if you go over there, just be prepared, you know what I mean? Because it will swing in a certain way. But that dude, Leo, was
Let's get this
cheating.
out of the way real quick. I went 6-2. Joey went 6-3. We've been slapping lately.
Yeah.
Been slapping.
Especially with some underdog picks.
So you motherfuckers go.
That's why it's very weird when y'all be
both
like,
picked
don't
Topuria.
take these guys' picks. They have no idea what they're talking about.
And then like the graphic that SteadyPicks posted,
Yeah.
there's 4 picks on there. We both went 3-1 on them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, and we spoke on that, right?
like
Yeah. So
Wait,
and they
people,
said
people say they shouldn't take our picks?
people just talk
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I read everything.
Yeah,
You shouldn't wipe your ass after you take a shit.
I saw you in the
You
comments
see me in
this
the
week.
comments? Yeah, I seen the comments. Justin was on his burner account commenting. There is nobody on this planet who goes on there and says, Haskell's the man. It's you at home.
I promise
On
you,
your-
it's not. But I'll tell you this now, Kurt. Why the hell did you shoot at me in the comments for something Cafaro said?
What'd I say?
Yeah, no, you know what he said. Yeah, Cafaro, that's what I'm saying.
I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah, he said something about you eating fucking hard-boiled eggs, and you started shooting at me in the comments.
I just said I was on a diet or whatever I said.
You tagged me right there. I got nothing to do with that. Yo, listen, I love that you guys think I got burner accounts.
I do.
Cool.
Like in my head, you got
You do have
4
that.
or
That's
5
fine. That's
screens
fine.
at home from a master lab.
Yeah, because if you and Justin always, if you call Justin, he picks up immediately.
Because
my man's always
my phone
man's
is in my
always-
hands.
My man's always like this on YouTube. Comment.
I believe so.
That's fine. Listen, I hired a private eye because it's not true.
Nah, I'll be investigating everybody.
But listen, I just want you to know something. Did you know this? The red corner won the first 11 fights on Saturday.
Nah, it's a
No,
fun fact.
really?
Yeah,
No.
serious.
Fun
The red
fact.
corner won the fucking first 11 fights.
Run through them a little bit. Let's talk about it a little bit.
Ismail Nardiev came back with good against Bruno Silva, upper weight class.
Listen, man.
He's good.
And he's still
fought
throwing
him.
heat.
I fought him. He's good. He's young. He's good for him.
I hope he does a lot with his second chance. That's
Yeah.
my main thing. Like, you got another chance. I hope you develop wherever you went and did what you did, and then, you know what I mean?
Basharat won. We got to talk about our boy Chris Barnett. My man blew out his. He's saying that he hurt
the
himself.
beginning when he jumped.
He tried to say it was from a wheel kick. I remember before any of that other shit happened, I watched him jump, and the way he landed, I'm like, yo, he hurt something. It was just like, remember Ortega when he rolled his ankle? Why are you doing these big ass stupid jumps before? And It's not like he jumped and just landed. He jumped and emphasized, like, slant. I'm like, bro, you're like 400 pounds. You probably shouldn't be doing that.
His knee said,
Bro. So, and he popped it, and he just came off and not ACL, Achilles.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask you because I know you're big on advocating for it's not necessarily how you look, but performance is not based on how you. But for that dude, I don't think he looks healthy.
No, he doesn't look healthy.
I don't think that's not a way you should look at the
even
heavyweight.
like when you used to look at like DC always had like a little bit of fat, like a good amount of fat, but like Chris Barnett is fat. As shit.
Right. That's what I'm asking.
You know, like he should be. How tall is he? He's probably 5'10", 5'9".
I don't think he should be in this division, brother.
Brother, he should probably be like let's see how tall he is.
He's a short dude.
He is.
He is athletic though.
Yes, he is. My man, how tall is this man? He's 5'9". He's my height. He should be a 170 pounder.
Holy shit.
He's a 170er.
Yeah.
But neither here nor there. He got TKO'd after that, which he was done. Like he literally couldn't move. He was still throwing, but he was a fish in a barrel. And Kennedy had a fucking shotgun.
As for Kennedy, he did look good.
He did.
He looked good. He deserved a better fight and better opponent, in my opinion, but not like Chris Barnett, but I'm just saying like a better performance. You know what I mean? With somebody who showed up.
Abus, you want to talk about them?
yeah, I mean, good, okay fight. I'm like, if I'm being honest, I'm not overly impressed with it. I mean, obviously, I picked Abus, and I thought he would do it a lot easier than he did, but he did get rocked, and I think there was a big exposure for Bruno Ferreira's wrestling and his cardio going into like the later half of the second round. But Abus held on. He looked like he was gassed at times, but he still held on. Got some good takedowns, good double legs, and got him out of there. And I believe it was a head and arm choke. So looked good. Just not overly impressed, especially for a guy who has like 30 professional fights.
Yeah.
He still seems to have a gas issue.
He looked good though. My man was bricked up too. The next fight.
They're coming after you for that one.
Who was it?
What?
Bricked up.
He's bricked up. No, he's bricked up. See, these new kids they call bricked up something else.
Steroids?
No,
Bricked up means chiseled. Like
yeah, he's bricked up. Yeah, he's bricked up.
All right, that's all he's doing.
Bro,
Yeah, young bull, calm
He's
down.
bricked up. Rebecca and how do you say his name? Orbai, whatever. Orbai's eye was fucked up too.
Bad.
But that fight was a good ass fight. They were dead at the end. Like,
I throw
that's the
Rebecca
definition
running.
of giving your absolute everything in a fight. And
I feel this fight can give the Holloway Gaethje fight a
dude,
run
the
for
Holloway
fight of the year.
The Holloway Gaethje fight isn't a fight of the year. It's a performance of the year on Max's side. Like Gaethje was getting beat up most of that fight. Like I hate when people keep talking about that was fight of the year or something. It wasn't.
It'll probably be that
it was a
one of-
performance. Gaethje was getting after he got kicked, the spinning back kick. The whole fight changed.
Listen,
what I'm
I'm with
saying?
you with that, Sean. I am, because I took Gaethje that fight.
I keep hearing people say that, and I'm like, it's a performance of the night, of the year on Max.
I'll give you that.
I don't
but
think
this is up there for fight of the year.
Yeah,
This fucking
100%.
fight was crazy.
They were
fight-
cracking each other, but I was not expecting Rebecca to look as good as he did.
looked
Bro, his
good,
firepower too, his takedowns, like he just beat.
And I will
him
say,
everywhere.
watching Orba, he's all right, but it's like it was just certain things, like certain basic things, like you were circling towards his power to hold. It's
Whole
like
time.
why not? And they were screaming it. I don't know if it was a language barrier there or
Yeah, 'cause
something.
he had Uriah Faber in his corner.
What about he don't got somebody to speak his language?
I don't know, but yeah, he was circling
Bro,
to
we
power the
don't
whole
speak
time.
Neanderthal anymore, bro.
He got hit with this
Ooga,
one.
ooga.
I forget.
Cancel. It's
Yeah,
like, no.
they were open stance. He hit him with like a back with a hook.
Yeah.
dropped him right. I was like, damn.
Do y'all got any law within y'all to where like if a doctor really asks you like how many fingers you see, would you say 2? Would you?
I'm trying. You gotta try. I don't know how.
There's like an old boxing trick they used to do. They would tap him or something like that, or
like this. Just give him like 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, but he
Yeah.
got that shit on the
Oh
money,
no,
and
that was a great fight. Next fight, RDA blew out his knee. Sucks.
Did
Sorry,
get dropped
man.
twice
He
before.
did get dropped, but like if you look at him when he got dropped, he was like wide. Like he was looking at him the whole time. Like he knew he was getting dropped, and then he stepped back and his fucking knee blew out.
Do you think we're witnessing just age?
Probably, but like you've seen that with younger guys. Like there's just like weird shit happens in there, and I feel for RDA.
I'm gonna talk on Jeff Neal real quick because I'm Jeff Neal is just in a weird position in MMA. Like, is it? He's a tough fight. Like whether you, like I said, it's a tough fight to fight backwards too. Is like you're taking a real risk, giving him a chance to fight. But it's just like he seemed like he just can't.
Yeah.
What's going on? I don't know. Just the way his. Just,
I don't know. Maybe outside life, but he has all the. He beat Bilal.
He's a tough fight for anybody.
Yeah, he's a tough fight for anybody. But yeah, I would have liked to see more. It just sucks that RDA bled.
And that's the other thing. Like it's always something. Like even this fight, like damn, you don't get to see. Yeah. But he looked great for what he got to put out.
What he got to do.
Yeah.
I missed this one.
He flatlined this guy.
I seen the finish. I didn't see what happened up until this point though.
Which one was it?
The Aslan guy.
The
Turkish kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aslan.
One, he was an underdog. That's first and foremost. So congrats to everybody that
he just pieced him against the fence, right?
Came out, put pressure on him, and just went for it.
Homie looked like he was getting jumped.
I took the Brazilian. I thought the Brazilian.
He got his ass beat.
Good fight, but moving on from that, the bullet against Armor Petrosian. I thought Petrosian was going to be a lot tougher. He was winning, I think.
First round, I thought he won the first round.
Yeah,
and then I think that the bullet was making a comeback in the second, and then was kind of taking over. Yeah. But I mean, Shower Bullet's he's good. He's flashy. I think. I mean, I don't know what else to say about
him. He got rocked.
He got rocked. Yeah.
He got rocked. Yeah.
Then he cut a promo at the end. That was pretty funny.
What was his promo?
It was
guys.
I'm the best.
I'm the pirate. This island is captured.
He was asking for, and then he asked for who?
Izzy said he would it. People really got to just work on their call-outs, man. Yeah. You got to understand the brackets and the rankings and go for something.
Well, it's
that's
hard
reasonable.
when there's a language barrier too. That makes it a lot harder.
That's true.
Lebron Murphy versus 50K Dan Ige.
I took Murphy.
I thought Ige was going to be able to get it done. It was close.
It was close. It was a scrap.
But yeah, good fight. It was good scrap.
Lerone is undefeated, right?
Yeah, 15-0.
15-0?
Yeah. He has a draw or a no contest in there. And then the one, this fight wasn't it was good, but I mean,
I feel like Rakic could be a champion if he was like, I don't know. I feel like something's missing, but he looks good. He's big as shit. Like he's got power. He's got good boxing, but some reason just never gets his damage off.
It was close. No takedowns. They kind of just like kickboxed the whole time.
Yeah.
Ankalaev was definitely putting the pressure on Rakic, making him go backwards. But yeah, nothing too crazy there. It looks like Ankalaev will get the next shot at Pereira. If Alex doesn't go up to heavyweight?
No,
you're not sold.
I mean, there's nothing to sell.
I'm sorry. Are you sold on Ankalaev, the guy that's going to beat Alex?
I mean, he can if he takes him down. 100%.
Yeah, I think if he wrestles, yeah, he absolutely can. But no, I'm not sold on it.
I thought like I said, I thought the performance was a fluke. And,
you think he just did
some bullshit out there?
yeah, to get the fight. Because like what you said, you said like it looked like Alex knocked this guy the fuck out. I said this is a great way to get the fight.
Yeah.
Then you get in there and you just double A or some shit. You know what I mean? And he's not the greatest grappler. No. I didn't think he was like when he did grapple that in what was that the Smith fight? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't super crazy, but it is there in his back pocket if he ever needs it.
All right. Khamzat Whitaker.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I had to go back to the wolf, man.
Something weird happened there with his jaw. I don't know if he got hit before. What did he say happened?
He did an interview.
Was it from the choke?
Not his jaw, it's his teeth.
His teeth?
And he said it's happened before in the Dricus fight. He got him. They got pushed in. He got him pushed back. He said it's like his Achilles heel. So he probably had his mouth open maybe or something when the joint went around. And then you got to think, if you really look at it, his forearm was turned sideways, and this bone hurts against the mouth. So
I know.
It seemed like his teeth just
like a motherfucker.
But Khamzat got out there and got him down a lot easier than I believed.
He's fast. His shots are fast.
He's fast and he's strong.
He's strong.
So.
Yeah, he's probably going to be middleweight champion like within the next
couple questions.
Whenever he can fight again.
What do you think? Even with the way you fight Khamzat, like in my opinion, like when I watched that fight, I was like, people really need to stop thinking wrestling defense and have to come up with other ways to stop that shot or stop that takedown. Unless I'm gonna just give Bo Nichols his credit. If you have a Bo Nichols pedigree of wrestling, maybe that is something like you don't have to fear it. But other than that, when you think between circling certain positions, staying in the middle, like are there other options besides You're getting hit against the cage every time.
Yeah, but he's taking them away from you. He's not giving you the option of circling because he's shooting on you so fast.
Quick.
By the time you have a chance to try to react, he's already on you.
Do you think like I said? So do you think wrestling defense is a way out?
No, I think most there's not great grapplers at middleweight. I feel like he would have a hard time with like a Bo Nickel or some other guys, but there's not the other. Like, most of these guys aren't the best grapplers. Like, look how Dricus was taking down Whitaker, and yeah, like he hit him with some like outside nut ass trip, like, and it was like it was like the girl like headlock drawn.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He had it was like the headlock, and then like tripped his leg. So
Giving him a nuggie.
Yeah, I mean,
Girl fight in a bathroom.
I think I knew Whitaker was going to get taken down.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be able to get back up, and which he was. Like, he was getting back to his feet.
He did certain things.
But then you can't, like, same thing with like how RDA's knee blew out. Like,
Can't call it.
you can't. His fucking teeth, and then people are like, oh, he should have fought through it. It's like, brother, you don't know how.
Should have jabbed more.
You don't
Bro,
know.
dude, you not see his teeth?
You don't know that feeling in there.
Yeah.
So
Just to stay on it real quick, but the thought of Khamzat versus Dricus. Do you think Dricus has a little better chances than Bobby Whitaker did?
Not really.
I'm picking Khamzat versus
I would say.
anybody pretty much at this
That's
point.
it?
Yeah.
Understandable.
At middleweight, yeah. He's big, he's strong. He was killing himself to get down to 170. I think you could tell that he was hurting himself to get to 70. Now, probably at 185, like, he's definitely, this is his weight class. Because he's tall. He's like fucking 6'2" or something.
I think you got to go, when you look at Dricus, too, you got to go back and look at his Derek Brunson fight, like the back and forth.
Yeah.
Initially. And he's not the best grappler. He's just a guy that tries to wear you out.
I'm pretty sure Darren Till took down Dricus, too, when they were fighting.
Yeah.
So...
What about the dog in him? Can we say Dricus got some dog in him?
He does got dog in him, but when you
African
get
champ, bro.
when you get a fucking Robert Whitaker's got dog in him too, and Khamzat got them
But
arms.
grappling takes away the dog when you're choking my fucking life out.
Yeah, that's shame with his teeth. It's got a piranha mouth. Right
My bad.
now.
One more thing. But if Khamzat become champ, what's his opponents there? Like, what's his?
I mean,
There's plenty of
Think it's just a random?
No, there's
don't
plenty
do
of people.
disrespect in the middleweight.
Chill, you know I would
division
never.
like that.
Listen, man, I gave you my heart yesterday on what I said to you. So
Yeah, we got. I mean, but listen, we got. You know,
and I'm talking about as soon as it begins. I know, obviously, you wouldn't be fighting Khamzat.
I mean, he's gonna have Sean Strickland.
Okay.
You got Kyle Berhalio.
Kyle
probably has some jiu-jitsu to cancel.
Kyle's a tough fight.
Kyle's a dog. You still have. I mean, I don't think Cannonier will be up there. Jack's still floating around whenever he gets healed up.
They wrestled. They grappled.
There's Brendan Allen. There's you coming up.
Nasruddin.
There's Bo Nickel coming up. So there's plenty of guys coming up. But if it's him versus Dricus, I'm picking Khamzat. But then the other problem is, I don't think he can come to the States.
Yeah.
So then there's that whole thing too. Like,
that could be why they're slowing down
if
too.
I'm Dricus, I'm looking at him like, I'm not fighting him in Abu Dhabi. He's got to fight me somewhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows?
Man, Iceland with it.
Greenland.
Topuria.
Max and Topuria.
Hey, Topuria. I said it. I'm not
said
happy
too.
about it.
I picked him. We both picked him.
You were sad? Did it like a little sadness come about?
Yeah, a little bit, because like I would have rather have seen Max lose a decision to get knocked out or TKO'd or whatever the case may be. But I don't know, man. Just the way that he kept saying, like, I'll be the first to knock him out, and then you see he's so boxing oriented. Like even his stance, his foot is like turned in. So I was like, man, if that's all this guy does is box, like he's gonna catch him, and he is powerful, and I love how he digs body shots. So I just thought he would catch him.
He was whacking those calf kicks too. Then
bro.
he shot on him, so like he mixes it up well. Someone's got to mix it up on him. Like, you need someone shooting on him, you know. Like, so I don't know who at 45 is going to do it.
Okay, so after that you get the call.
Ain't gonna
you
be
get
Volk.
Well, yeah, that's how I feel too, right? But after that, you get the call out, whatever, or they basically say like it's going to be him and Volk again. Do you think it should be him or Volk or him and Diego?
No, it should be him and Volk.
Should be him and Diego.
Yeah, Volk deserves it.
Now, granted, that's cool, and I'm okay with that, right? But him and Volk fights, and then how do you see it going? You think Volk can do something different?
I think Volk is great enough that he can
I think he's gonna knock
make
out
adjustments, but he got knocked out 2 out of his last 2 fights, and the way fucking Ilya fights, it's gonna be a tough one for Volk.
Yeah, I think Topuria puts him out again.
So,
And my bad, just a foreshadow of if Diego can get him. If Diego can get to him.
I don't think Diego wins,
anybody can
but-
get.
No,
got to.
not get to him. I'm talking about get to that fight. How do
Oh
you see that
yeah,
fight
I
going?
think Diego's probably at this point more of a threat than Volk is, just because he's more finish oriented. Like we've seen Topuria get dropped. He got dropped by Jai Herbert with a head kick. Diego Lopez is super dangerous.
Yeah,
dangerous
tough.
on the
Yeah.
feet, dangerous on the ground. So he could definitely put him in some bad spots.
That motherfucker can crack.
All right, get to this card because I know Joey got to get to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly through
Fly through him because
a little bit. And on the ones I know, I'm gonna skip a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Couple. You guess which one? No, I'm just kidding.
Decision.
Jack Shore, Yusuf Zalal.
Jack's coming off a brutal, was it injury?
His leg or
Got
something
chopped
like
up,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Against Brito?
I think I'm gonna go Yusuf Zalal.
Same.
I feel like Jack Shore is really good, but he's like one dimensional with the grappling. If he can't get to his grappling, he kind of gets his ass whooped on the feet. Even though he's only lost 2 fights, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with Zalal. It's his resurgence. He's coming back. I'm gonna move up to Chad and Cody Gibson. I'm gonna go Cody Gibson.
You like him? He's
I think
big
he's
for the
tall, he's
division as well.
long.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going Cody Gibson. And who the frick else? Oh, Romanov and Nascimento. Man.
I'm going Nascimento.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Nascimento too. I'm not really sold on Romanov anymore with the way that he performs. Charles Jourdain, Victor Henry. I'm going to go Jourdain. Ariana Lipsky and Jasmine Jasdavicius. I'm going to go with Jasmine.
Same.
And for Zahabi and Pedro Munoz, I'm going Zahabi. I think he could possibly get the finish. Main card. Malat, Trevin Giles.
Malad.
Yeah, I'm going to go Malat. Marc-Andre Barrios, Dustin Stoltzfus.
Your 2 favorites.
Yeah, lost to
Yeah.
Joe Pyfer. This motherfucker.
Shit, yo, Dustin put me out, dude. He knocked me out. No, I'm gonna go Dustin. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go Dustin. I don't think it's gonna be that entertaining. It's gonna be a lot of missing punches, but I'm gonna go. And you know what? No, I lied. I'm gonna go Marc-Andre. I'm gonna go Marc-Andre. I think he has higher volume. So Marc-Andre. Who else? You got Derek Lewis versus that Denise guy.
You give me Derek Lewis as an underdog, I'm taking him.
Is he an underdog?
Yes, he is.
I'm not picking on that one. I'm over the Black Beast, bro, in the way that he's like lazy and fucking
I think his contract that he got is all about lazy, fun fights for him.
Aaron Blanchfield, Rose Namajunas. I'm going Rose, and for the main event, I'm going Brendan Moreno to absolutely dog walk Amir Albazi.
I don't like Amir Albazi.
I don't either.
Not as an athlete, not like his person.
But I'm out.
Yeah, Joe got what you got to get to?
I have to get an epidural in my back, unfortunately.
Well, you go do your thing. If you want to swing, I don't know. You want to anything on there? You want to just look back at? Talk.
Yeah. I mean, I would just run through them real quick. I think same as what Joey just said. I think Brandon Moreno is going to cook Amir. I'm picking Aaron Blanchfield to beat Rose. I think she's going to be able to out-grapple her. I'm picking Derek Lewis because it's Derek Lewis. I am picking Dustin Stoltzfus to make it an ugly fight against Marc-Andre Barrios. I'm picking Mike Malott as my lock. I think he's going to smoke Trevin Giles. He's very good. I think he'll probably submit him. I'm picking Faraz Zahabi's little brother, Ayman Zahabi. I am picking Jasmine as well. I'm picking Victor Henry, Nascimento, and then I'm picking Yusuf Zalal as well.
You see that? One fall off. Oh no. All right, yeah, no, that's everything. Everything's good.
So, yeah.
Well, good for y'all. I hope y'all picks.
Yeah.
Smack. Even though I do very, very well on UFC Saturdays, but I do play everything live, and I just make good picks off of that. But
Did you see the shit with the PFL?
No, what?
Made sure I wanted to grab it.
They had, 10,000 pay-per-view buys?
There you go, yeah. So
That's
I
bad.
made sure I saved it so I could bring it up.
That's very bad.
So it said Francis versus Ferreira, whoever the fuck say his last name, only had 10,000 pay-per-view buys. It generated approximately 500,000 in revenue. Ferreira's purse was $2 million. Ngannou was $8 million.
I don't know about that.
And that's
I know what I know you're reading it. Who's the clip from?
I got it off of.
I know, but I know like those purses could definitely be fake. Like there's
oh,
no.
the source.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying Ngannou. I don't think Ngannou got $8 million. He might have, but that's
Yeah.
a lot. But I did read about the 10,000 buys. Like, that's bad.
And then they said in
That's,
reference
like,
to that,
really bad.
Ngannou and Stipe won was 350,000 pay-per-view buys.
I mean, I just don't compare the PFL to UFC. They'll never do
Well,
numbers
the problem
that they
is
do.
the guy Don Davis, who owns PFL, was on there like talking all this shit about the UFC. It's like he's trying to compare. He said that they're the same product. I'm like, brother, you guys are not. Like, you're
Even
not.
if the PFL puts on good fights,
They do have.
just
They have
don't-
some good fights
they're
and they have
too
some
young,
good fighters.
like-
They don't promote anything.
Yeah.
So maybe you would have more than 10,000 pay-per-view buys if you promoted your fucking fights.
But it's
The problem is, to me, just from someone that's being like part of a fight promotion,
Yeah.
is a lot of people want to copy the other person's fucking format, and that's where you go wrong. Why would you want to be the UFC? But you got to give yourself a platform to stand out. What would make someone say, "Hey, maybe I want to watch the fucking PFL
Yeah.
instead of the UFC card this weekend"? But you're trying to copy the top league, and it's not working.
And that's literally what Don Davis said. He said if we put the UFC on and PFL and there was like no names, he said it's virtually the same product. I'm like, brother, no, it's not.
absolutely
Y'all, your promotion stinks. You guys can't sell out a fucking Wawa.
I was gonna say
Wawa sponsor.
partly agree, part not, because sometimes it is good to imitate what's working for another. Sometimes for
You can
another
take
brand.
you can take some things,
Yeah.
but you still have to be your own because no one's going to be the UFC.
Yeah.
The UFC. Dana White, all these people could step away from the UFC and it would run like it's a
Yeah.
well-oiled machine, brother.
Yeah.
That thing's going to run for until we're all dead and gone and all like it's going to be going forever.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing and they've been doing it and the PFL is just burning bread.
So I'm going to change this sport, but same thing. I just watched that McMahon documentary.
That's what I was about to say to
I'm
watch.
bringing it up.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that up for a reason. Because one person found how to make the WWF fucking format, and that was WCW.
Right.
But what happened is they just stayed with that one trick pony because they were kicking WWF's ass.
yeah, on Monday Night
they-
Wars. Yeah, that's my era.
So then what
wrestling,
happened?
my kid.
Mine too. But then what happened is they just stayed with what worked and they didn't change
Where
with the
WWE
times.
evolved.
Where they evolved.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the UFC and the difference to these promotions is that the fucking UFC constantly evolves.
Yeah, like
That's
the BMF title and shit like that. Like
they constantly evolve while these other companies, they don't fucking evolve. They're like, yo, we're going to take your format and just be better than you at your own format, and it don't work.
and they take risks, kind of just like the fight is about to happen with
I got to take this.
small dude. The same thing is about to happen with what the hell is his name?
You know what, Kurt? It's our time. It's our time to shine. Welcome to the Haskell Graham Show. It's our time now.
As soon as he leave him, walk out. Damn, what's my man? Pantoja. Pantoja
Yeah.
about to fight the dude from one championship. It's kind of like they take risks and just do certain things that can make things like you never seen that before, where they just bring over another dude from a promotion who's a champion, comes over and just fights the champion over here at
Kurt,
UFC.
let me get this off.
So
my
as soon as he
chest.
goes to the door, I want you to pop off.
Listen to me. I love Sean.
Yeah.
But what fucking grown man drinks a coffee with 2 straws? All right. Fuck does that?
Fuck it, keep going because he
Yeah,
can't
you
defend
know what?
himself. Punch
On
on him.
top of that,
Yeah,
you know
go
what?
ahead.
And then for Halloween, he wants to go out as Spider-Man's sidekick, fucking bedbug. You know, not playing around with him.
What else you got?
Out here dressed in that fucking
Like a fucking Ninja Turtle, right?
Yeah, that nut ass fucking Mr.
I
Turtle
don't know
is
if he
my
coming back,
father,
but
dude.
I'm not taking it back. But
Hey,
even
Crush over here, Mr. Turtle's my father, dude.
even with with Francis, I don't know if you saw the joint with Dana White, where Dana White, like, they really don't like each other. Like, it's like up with them.
Yeah,
and then
nah,
Francis
they-
was saying any person that's stopping the John Jones fight is Dana White, where Dana, like, he basically called Francis like a bad person. He said, I don't want to do business with him. You know what I'm saying? So
I
thought
believe
it-
Dana.
you think Francis is a bad person, probably?
There's always 2 sides to each, but the one thing with Dana is Dana will always stand on business, and he calls it how he sees it.
I do take Dana as a straightforward person.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
that's what I think, and I think more so he was trying to make it work with with Francis, but I just think Francis was counting eggs before they hatched
Yeah.
so much with what his worth really was.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just
Sean, what
he
do you-
did have a couple bad performances.
What do you think about the whole?
My bad, I'm getting my kitchen redone. I
you good,
didn't
you good.
know- I
And
didn't
we're about to
know
wrap
if
this
that
up
was
anyway,
These
'cause it's coming.
motherfuckers calling me.
Nah, but we were talking about. Did you see like Dana speak on Francis a little bit?
Yeah.
What do you think? You think
I
Francis is a
think-
piece of shit? On the
I don't know.
I agree with him. Dana is a very honest person.
Yes, yes.
Like
Dana-
even with his shit with his wife, he
Dana-
didn't stray from
no,
it. Like he's
no.
just like alcohol.
It's hard to say because you see some guys say like how good of a person Francis is, like his coaches and shit like that.
Yeah.
But then like Dana, like I don't know. I don't see Dana lying. Like about it. Like
Yeah.
I don't see him like talking shit about his character if Dana didn't feel it's true. I'm not saying Francis is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But maybe they've had experiences together where Dana.
I'm good off of it. I'm good.
I know,
I don't
like,
do
and
that.
someone could think you're a piece of shit, but then other people think you're the best person in the world. So, yeah.
I'm on the fence with that, Sean, with Kurt.
And he did, yeah, me too. But he did say, he wanted to get rid of him after the Derek Lewis
And he
fight.
did.
So.
Oh wait, he said, "Oh no, all right, I thought you were about to say a different fight."
No, he said
that fight stink. I'll never forget that fight.
He lost 2 fights in a row. It was after the Derek Lewis fight. He said, I was going to cut him. And he kept looking around the room. He was like, some people around here made me keep him. So, yeah, bro, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's tough. And it is true, though, because it's like everyone keeps saying, Don Davis, the owner of PFL, is like, we can do John Jones versus Francis. Like, Francis had that opportunity to do it. Like, he could have did it. So, I'm not saying he should have stayed. I'm just saying if he really wanted it that bad, he could have done that fight.
Yeah.
So, it's like...
Yeah, he talks as if it's John Jones' fault or whatever. Like, bro,
No.
the one thing the UFC does is make fights.
The fight
They
was
would have made
there.
the fight happen.
The fight
yeah.
was there.
The issue is with MMA cross promoting fights and like boxing, they're all established. A lot of these fucking fight promotions in MMA aren't established. So why would I, who is the top dog, $8 to $10 billion net worth, to a guy whose net worth
does nothing for the UFC. They're like, take your 7 champions versus art. It's like, motherfucker, we are.
We don't need this.
It's like, I'm a Ferrari. You're a Toyota Prius. Like, I don't need that.
It doesn't benefit me. It doesn't benefit me. Y'all need to bend the knee and beg me to do something, or just.
But just do your own thing. Like promotions can't. Like, you're not going to compete with the UFC. Like, it's just never going to happen.
That's like the XFL or the
I
Joan
was literally
Vince.
just gonna say XFL, like, that's cool.
There's
Like,
nothing you can do to start. You can't start
you have to
anything
do
right now.
your own,
Right.
Do your own thing.
And our hearts are already invested into NBA, NFL, UFC. You get what I'm saying? MLB. Like, you can't start another league and we be like, oh, these new players.
Some people, casuals, don't even know that MMA is the sport. They think
UFC
UFC is the sport.
I wore the pants.
Because they've done so well
that
at
shit.
branding themselves as. But think about, like, even the NBA. Like, people don't say, you watched basketball last night? They say, you watched the NBA. You know? So.
Yo, bro, you do UFC?
Yeah, I got it the other day at the high school when I was wearing the UFC pants. It was like, yo, you do UFC? I said, no, bro. Hell no.
The fun. Do you get fight comparisons like yourself when you're talking to like some random dude?
Nah, but this one time, white dude told me I look like LeBron James, and I just don't see where the fuck he got that from.
You know what's funny?
Hey, look, hold on, man. Let me tell you the story real quick. It's the fact I was working at McLean doing my work. I'm making this delivery, and it was the look. He was like, bro. He said, bro. Did anybody ever tell you like LeBron James? I said,
nah.
Not one single
No, LeBron James
Did
deliveries.
you see Jamal Hill came home and someone was at the airport? They were like, yo, you're a UFC fighter, right? He was like, yeah. He was like, Sean Strickland.
Yo, that's fucking great.
I hope it wasn't a white person that did that shit.
oh god.
I hope it wasn't a white guy.
What you about to say?
The fucking the fight comparison shit that cracks me up. I'm out to eat one night and some dude's talking to me, some random dude I meet because he knows that I'm like friends with all you guys.
Friends is a strong word.
So she is.
Fuck you talking
that
about
top button.
friends.
You did my best. You did say something.
it's funny. No, it's funny.
You said you trained with them. I thought that was a
So,
weird way to
dude,
say it too.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. Ain't it? Dang, I'm losing your butt.
Yo, you see that? Train. Motherfucker, you ain't trained with us.
He said it under the hose. He said
That's
I trained with Brady for 9 years and trained with Pyfer for 3. I said that's a real quick play on words.
What
but
do
go
the
ahead.
kids say nowadays?
Cat.
Yeah, Cap.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. My
Cap
bad. Go
and
ahead.
gown.
I'm counting you off. Go ahead.
No, so I got the fight comparison. How would I do against Eddie Alvarez in the fight? So, bro, I would fucking die.
Oh, these days you can fuck him up. Go ahead.
Then they go, well, but what if you fought him in the street? I said, bro, I would die worse. So fuck you mean what would happen if I fought Eddie Alvarez? Well, you do it too. You're bigger. I said, bro, size don't matter in that
Because
shit.
the way this 40 set up,
You-
got
I said, bro, you're taking a fucking icon of the fucking sport and putting him in the street with no rules. I said, bro, I would fucking literally die worse.
I think the other misconception people get is that you think because you're an MMA fighter, I'm actually going to fight you too.
Yeah.
Brother, you attack me in the streets, I'm in fear for my life. This is a very short story. So. They think you're going to grapple them and arm triangle.
I'm like, brother, I got this. I got this 9mm on my hip, brother. I'm not. If you threaten,
this is my job, right?
If you threaten my life,
I am petrified.
I'm not fighting.
Yes,
I'm not
petrified.
fighting you in the streets.
Yeah.
You remember that story with Donald Cerrone, the dude in Walmart punched him in the face in a parking lot?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Beat him up?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
He
he
shook
restrained?
his hand. He
No,
shook
he
his hand
just-
and laughed at him.
He laughed and well. Did you hear about the one with Bisbing? Bisbing was down in New Orleans, and some kids were like fucking like kids were just being assholes or something. And Bisbing was filming, and the kid was like, "Oh, you can't film here," or somebody said something like, "You can't film here." And he was like, "Oh, like whatever. Like, I'm going to keep filming." And then the dude kept talking shit. And he was like, "Suck my dick." And then the dude punched Bisbing in his face. He was like, fair credit to him. He punched me in my face. But he said it was the softest punch. He said it literally felt like, he's like, I'm not lying. He's like, it was the lightest punch I ever felt, and I just laughed in his face.
Jesus.
Now, like, that takes your strength. Like, if you touch me, it's different.
There was just a clip from the baseball game with that.
Oh,
you saw
that
that?
boxer?
I didn't know he was a boxer either. I never heard of him, but
Then, did you see his highlights?
Yeah,
He would have
he scrapped.
lit
Yeah,
that
yeah.
man on fire.
brother,
bro.
someone's laughing. Like if you got to be able to read a
Yeah,
room. Like
yeah.
brother, he clearly he either has something or he knows something.
Yeah.
Whereas like
I wonder what led to that
I don't know,
altercation.
probably just tough guy. shit.
I read some of the comments on that video. People are like, you don't understand the power of an angry black man. I'm like, bro, calm the fuck down. I shared the video. I said, read these. I literally shared the video. I said, yo, the comments are hysterical.
Did you see my post yesterday? Up at the playground, up at left.
Oh, they
Oh,
were,
with the
they were
leg
leg
kicks.
kicking each other?
Kid had form. 10. had bounced. Had this. They were about to fight. He threw the leg kick. Kid couldn't withstand it. It was probably like a Ukrainian or I could just tell by the complexion of the
Yeah,
skins.
yep.
One looked from like Central Asia. One was Russian because they both were speaking. I was about to say Padushki. They both were speaking Russian and shit,
so
right?
The game has changed.
Question for
Brother,
you.
yeah.
You rumble when that kid, he kicked your kid? I would have beat his ass if I was mine.
I was at the park yesterday, and
Yeah,
this is gonna be hard as a parent. Like when your kids at the park, you gotta let them just be kids.
Yeah.
The commitment I have to fucking a kid up is so bad, right?
I
Like
already did
because like so just imagine your kid at the top of the slide, and some other kid just pushed him down. Or the commitment you got in your heart to say, I wish somebody would, is so bad that you got to dial it back. Like, nah, man, like shake it off. Yo, you know what I mean? You got to teach them how to just defend themselves.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna have a hard time. Because even with my dog, with my dog, I'm
Yo,
like, I'll
motherfucker,
strangle
yo.
your dog. I'll strangle you and I'll strangle your dog.
I already did it.
Yeah.
2017.
Fucked my kid up.
They fucking
don't
jumped my
incriminate
kids.
yourself.
I don't give a fuck. They jumped my kids. Bro, I went around the playground. I put hands on about fucking 19 of them. I swear on my kid's life.
This man is on parole.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. You touch my kids, everything in the house is getting hands on it.
I got you.
Let's wrap this joint
Yeah,
up.
before we wrap it up, birds. Did they think?
Don't fuck up and say something stupid.
Yeah, come on. You can't say that's not big flag.
I'm saying don't get kicked off. Don't get kicked off the podcast again.
Sean, you're getting ready to get kicked off.
Don't
bro.
get kicked off the podcast.
Let Jalen Hurts be him and do what he does. He is our playmaker, and that's what the fuck we need. If Jalen was doing this all season and they allowed him, we'd be undefeated.
I'm going to say this. You know what's killing me and what's killing bets, and I feel bad for everybody else? The fucking tush push. I'm starting to hate it. It takes away touchdowns from other players so bad. I love it because it's we score off of it, but you play Saquon, think he going to score, we get within a yard, tush push. We get within 2 yards, tush push. I'm starting to hate it.
I feel no sympathy for you guys who bet on other people's sports.
Vegas set
No
everybody
sympathy.
up
For what?
with the fucking Ravens-Browns game.
Shout out to Jameis Winston, man. He's a great
he
player.
just
But
did.
Eagles did they thing.
SteadyPicks is probably slapping on their football picks. I'm not sure.
Absolutely.
but
I'm not- I don't
slapping.
have to know.
SteadyPicks.
I went 6-2. Joey went 6-3. Sign up for SteadyPicks Premium.
Yeah. Keep
Peace
subscribing.
out,
Keep
y'all.
doing
Yeah,
all
thanks
that
for all
stuff.
the our
All the
views. Killed
comments.
it last
We
week.
did. Yep. And yeah,
Peace.
sign up.
Sean, wash your beard.